Hello and welcome back to Elden Ring. Last time we ended up clearing out the Impaler's Catacombs, Earthbore Cave, and Morn Tunnel. This time we are actually going to start making our way through Stormveil Castle. We're starting here at the Margaret the Fell Omen Site of Grace, and we'll just start heading in. Oh, Stormveil. I said Stormhill, I think. I was wrong. It's Storm something. Be careful on that jump onto this platform. Oh yeah, this does lead back, okay. Yeah, Trina's lilies, you use them for sleeping pots, which, quick note, for anybody wondering, you get the plans for those right here. I think. It's right here, or... No, it's this one. This is the little graveyard that has the cookbook for it. Sleep is actually extremely powerful, since it... I believe it only works on humans? Or it might work on any NPC. But I think it also works on players, but good luck building it up. But it makes them sleep and exposes them for an easy, like, backstab.
You there? Come over here, would you? You're tarnished, aren't you? I would advise against taking the main gate into the castle. It's tightly guarded by hardened old hands. Oh, try the opening right here. The guards don't know about it. You'll breach the castle undetected. Yes, that's the spirit. You're just the kind of tarnished that I like. I pray for your success.
Yeah, you can have them open the front gate. You've probably seen video. There's, if you look, see that guy with the fire pole right there? There's also guys with crossbows, like ballistas and stuff. And the second you walk in, you just get vaporized.
The guard, you'll slip. Yeah, you're just... I pray.
Oh, can't buy anything from him yet. This area is also the first, what's labeled as a legacy dungeon. It's essentially just, it's a dungeon fashioned like normal Souls games. Big area, maybe a mini-boss. No, or very few safe spots in between. Also, make sure you jump up this way. I'm not just doing this for my health. There's smithing stone. Not that great, but you see that bird? You see... Should be another one around here. Well, either way, you see that bird? Aw, come on. Wow, this is just embarrassing. See, if you have glintstone sorceries, you can peg them instantly. There. That was what was supposed to happen. The first fireball. Yeah, they're giant eagles that have swords strapped to their legs. And of course, if you're not paying attention, you know, they get you real easy. This dungeon also has a lot of just side areas and stuff there's stuff I don't actually remember how to get to. Just because of how immense the area is. Oh god. Yeah. This is why you have to be careful. Just start falling back. Get him with the magic if anything else fails. Yeah, kind of funny how there's a summoning pool here and then there's just one just back up there, but I guess they felt enough people struggled with this area that this was necessary. Yeah, that was to be expected. This is why I play a caster. Because that fight, as simple as it is, just, oh, it's 3 guys. The ledges are precarious enough. I forgot about that guy. Well, forget that then. I'm not gonna go that way. You know what, I'm just gonna head back. Don't really feel like wasting any flasks here, especially because you can't get them back. You know, it's not a classic, oh, you just kill a guy and get it back kind of deal. Hey, a torch pole. That's actually really good to find. Come on, fight me. Because the torch pole is a little secret that will come in handy later on. Realistically, it's going to be far later on, but later on. I always forget it's triangle. Well, whatever. Oh yeah. I forgot there's explosive barrels here. Hook claws, so if you want to be Wolverine, you can do that now. Yeah, that is certain death. Oh, and he dropped something too. Oh well. No, game, I wanted to lock on him. Well, that works, that's fine. Whatever, I'll take that. And that just brought us back around to here, but clears the area, gets some extra souls. Open that up. Switch to the one hand. Yeah. We'll use that for now. Because, yep, that was a trap. Get you stuck in here with this knight. There you go. Just have to circle strafe him enough and throw fireballs. Curved Sword Talisman does guard counters. Okay. Yeah, if you're doing a guard counter build, I guess, that works for you. Get the rusty key so you can leave this room. And then, with your rusty key, you go down here. I ended up running this route with so many people early on. It's not even funny. On the upside, though, it did teach me every bit about this area. If you've been playing through this the same way I have, and you have the 4-4 for flasks, or however your build is, you can be pretty generous on using them. I'm trying to think, I think there was... Oh no, that guy is the guy. Which actually, now that I think about it, what builds are you using? Because I don't think everybody's using a faith build like me, or like a... I'd say almost like a paladin of being a fighter caster. But I don't know what you're using, because I know there's a lot of different builds out there. Roll through that. Otherwise that guy will backstab you and it hurts. But I know there's a number of builds. I saw people asking on Twitter about, like, what builds should people use. And I know if you use Faith Arcane, you can do Dragon Magic really well. I might do, for this, Faith Strength, just for the Black Flame magics. There's Intelligence Arcane, or Intelligence Faith for, like, Death Magic. And then Intelligence Arcane for Bubble Spells and Aberrant Magic. There's a couple others. Yeah, I just didn't want to trigger this guy yet. The whole goal here being to wait for him to get to the other side here. And then start throwing fireballs. And you can be pretty wild and free here with your flasks, because you're not far away from a resting point. Alright. He's down. We will run all the way up here. Don't go up just yet. This is an elevator. You don't have the lever on this floor. Oh, wait, you do. You have to trigger it on the floor below. That's what it is. But we will first hit the Site of Grace. This is your last Site of Grace before you get right up to the boss room. Because the boss... Let's see if we can see it from here. You have to go... You'll spit out over... here, actually. You run around, and there's some tough guys right where my head is on the ground, and then you go up, and there's a safe spot. You can loop up and around. There's another Site of Grace, but that's in the grand scheme of all this, that's very far away. Nah, we're not gonna fight him. We got other stuff to do first. This area, like I said, it's a big area. If you want to sit around and farm that night, you could. Would I suggest it? No. It's not really worthwhile. Unless you really like the Banished Knight armor, but it's pretty heavy. If you're going all strength and endurance and everything, and you have the carry capacity, sure, go for it. Exile armor, not bad. Little trick here. A sprint jump will get you up onto there. If you don't sprint jump, you'll kind of struggle to make it up. I guess it gives you just enough of a hop up that you need. Ah. I swear, sometimes these lock-ons are a little touchy. Alright, crouch, walk out here. Because that guy... Get him before he can pull out his horn, because these guys otherwise are pretty much just sitting around. So they're a lot easier to deal with. We'll get a charged fireball going. And that's everyone in here. Nice little bit of loot. Get you the golden rune. Now, here's a nice, fun, dangerous part. Keep in mind, this area is entirely optional. You don't have to go here at all. You can keep going along that rooftop back at the Site of Grace, and that is actually the main path. But I like to make sure I clear everything. And I did this so long ago, I don't remember what's what, or what's where specifically. Because I know there's a number of drop-downs, there's that bird, which we can't reach from here, otherwise I'd throw a fireball at his fat head. Stone Sword Key, if you have 3, you're set for this area. If you don't, make sure you get them. We're gonna disengage because he breathes fire and I am not in the mood for that. Yeah, he would hide it right underneath me. Oh yeah, actually you need 4. I forgot there's that fog wall. Why don't you chase me over this way? Yeah, you gotta love the fact that they decided to take the dangerous flying birds with swords on their feet, and we're like, huh, what if we gave them a flamethrower? Actually, I think at this point we can actually engage. There. Hate fighting that thing. Their animations are always just really annoying to deal with. But if you clear that, you never have to come back to this spot again. So it's nice to know you'll never have to return. You might come back this specific way to get to accessing some spots, but you don't have to fight that bird. Because, you see that ledge right above my head? That is where the Stake America is. If you sprint and jump, you can land on this roof. Be careful, you can die. I say this both as someone who has failed that jump before, and as someone who has seen way too many people fail that jump. That's this little spot cleared out, so now we can take the ladder up. Lots of eagles, so if you need feathers, you can get some. Claw Talisman, which is jump attacks. Now, you don't have to go this way. There's nothing down there. And you don't have to go this way. There's nothing here. But it is cool to be here. That said, we can drop down to here. Drop down to here. Jump down to here, and continue our way back. You gotta be careful, don't fall. Think you might be able to survive this drop, you might take damage, I don't remember. Don't gamble on it. Then we can just sneak around this path. This is one way they'll spit you out over here. You can go this way, but it is dangerous, mostly because of him. And there are some other exiled knights that are tough to deal with. But since we're up here, we will just go for broke and throw a couple fireballs. Easy hits. Can't remember if there's a guy right around this corner. No. Okay. This is just... oh, down to that. Yeah, so you can take this path. You don't need to yet. Don't worry about it. Even this is unnecessary. I'm just showing you it for now to show you it. We will actually come back this way later, because there is a separate reason to come this direction. And the big thing is to go this way when you have better equipment. Even better than what we have, because there are a number of dangers. Like, see that guy? That's one of the dangerous guys. Actually, having said all this, we can pull a trick here, I think. This is me stream of consciousness theory crafting here. What's my health? Oh, God. Here's a hint. Health is not linear scaling, so go nuts. I think we can do it. Okay. So, if you did follow this path, cool. Because we're going to jump off here. Jump up, run around. Grab that. Quick activate that. We'll hit this quick, just because it's here. We'll deal with this whole area later. And we will go activate this. This actually shortcuts a big area. Activate this lever. We'll ride this up here. There's him. Whip a couple fireballs. Stormcaller. Not bad, not great. But it is an Ashal War if you need one. Cross over. And now, you're at the boss. That said, we're not going to go into the boss yet. There's actually a lot more to this place that I personally need to clear, and it is stuff I would suggest you clearing as well. We need that troll, unfortunately, so we can't kill it. I mean, we could, but we need it alive eventually. The jars, and you notice that movement in the back? There's a big jar. Yeah, be careful. The jars hit hard. At least the big guy does. Play his pathing a little bit. We can get his goodies. Living jar shards, meat dumpling. Crackpot, always good to have. Actually, since we're here, we're gonna get at least the next area started, because there's the main boss here, and then there's a second boss. You can go down here, fight that bird and that guy. The guy is actually tough. I'm gonna hold off on fighting him. And I do understand. Some of you may be thinking, man, you're really avoiding a lot of fights. I have a plan. There is there's specifically a seal I'm looking for, and specifically a spell I'm looking for, and I can get both in this dungeon. This castle happens to contain both items. I just have to go a different path to get them. This room full of these guys. Backstab, get some health. Tower shield if you're in the market for a tower shield. And then we just jump onto here. Drop down a bunch. And first things first, we're not going to continue down this way because there's a fair amount of FP. We'll open this door, which now leads back to here. Rest up, even though I don't have to rest up here, and we'll head back to the Rampart Tower. Now that was the fancy way if you want to run through all of this place. But if you want to do the normal run, which also you need to do if you want to do Roger's storyline, I think you need it to start Ronnie's storyline, and a number of other characters, you go this way. I don't think that's gonna hit. Yeah, unfortunate. That did, though. Ah, it feels so good. I hate those birds. I'm going this way, but don't go this way. It's a trap. Though it is really cool to just launch that corpse. Yeah, it's a smithing stone too. I need it, but in general, you probably really don't need to do that. Now, there's two ways you can go about this. You can drop down here. 3 ways, actually. You can drop down here, which is dangerous and honestly kind of stupid, because chances are you're going to be in the line of sight of these guys. But if you want to try some tricks, you can always do this. And be stupid like me and fall. But I didn't die. So it's a small victory for me. But with them all dead, this actually helps us. Because now, we talk to Roger.
Ah, nice to meet you. The pleasure's mine. Roger is the name. A sorcerer, as you might have guessed. I'm looking for a little something here in the castle. When I'm not hot-footing it from the troops, that is. But enough about me. What are you doing here in Stormveil Castle? This place is bristling with tarnished hunters, you know. They sacrifice our kind for grafting. Not exactly a place I'd stroll into without a purpose in mind. I see. Here to challenge Godrick and lay your hands upon a great rune, are you? You can see it then, I take it. The guidance of grace. Well, enjoy it while you can. I'm tarnished, like you. But unlike you, I've seen neither hide nor hair of this guidance for the longest time. Still, I won't forget how it felt when I first came here, to the lands between. I'm privy to a few magical battle arts. Would you care to learn one? As a fellow tarnished, once guided by grace, I'd love to help you out, if it please.
Can learn some tricks. If you're an intelligence scaling player, these are great to grab. Right now, I don't have a purpose for them. Don't worry about him too much. He'll be here for a while. And it's not that difficult to actually get here. He has a quest that keeps him in this area for now, so that's something to keep in mind. See that guy? Yeah, got him. I was really hoping I was gonna land that and not look like an idiot. Okay. First off, kill him before he can cause problems. Grafted Scion. There's a few ways you can deal with him. For now, if you're a low-level player and you're like me burning FP on other enemies and what have you, I advise just not dealing with him. You can sneak by him just fine. So otherwise there's a lot going on at the present time. Fireball the dogs. So I'm not dealing with these things. These things are the devil. There we go. Problem solved. So you can climb up this way. You can also climb back. We're gonna sneak stab this man in the butt. Gold pickled fowlfoot. If you're farming souls, useful. If you're not, well, you're not going to be using it too much then. But this looks a bit familiar. We're on a nearby roof. Yeah, and this is the path you could drop down onto. Just leading you up here if you hadn't made your way up. It's also nice because it does give you an idea of what's to come through this entire area. For instance, you do have to enter this area down here, but that is after you get Godrick's Great Rune. For now, it's not important, but you should keep this path in mind, because you can drop down from that roof, I believe, down to here, take out all these guys from behind, go into the doorway my katana's tip is at, and there is a site of grace, and it's effectively like the front door entrance. Don't mind me. Quit pathing out of the way of my fireballs. There we go. Now we can enter here safe and sound. Mimic Veil, you put it on, it consumes like 5 FP, and you become a random item. So if you're big on sneaking around, you can use that to your advantage. Yep, does not open from this side. Actually, how do we get that door open again? Kind of forgot. I think it's just... yeah, it's further on. Or... oh, you can drop down. That's what it is. We'll go back up, drop down, and get that door. Admittedly, some of these doors are kind of pointless. Mostly because if you know some of these shortcuts already, you don't really need the door. Yeah, the Grafted Scion doesn't pay attention to you in this area. So what you can do, and this is what I suggest you do, is you sneak over, grab that axe, sneak back. Unless he sees you, then you run. Which is exactly what happened here. So we will do what we can to lose aggro. That guy we killed over here. There's a reason. Just pickled turtlenecks, but they're good for stamina regen. Stone Sword Key. Now, we can throw down against this guy. As you can see, he has a lot of health. At least compared to the things we've been fighting. That's a big takeaway here too, is he's scary compared to the normal enemies. But compared to what you fight later on, his scare factor is just his appearance. And this is also why you charge your fireballs, because then the splash radius is bigger, and he's more likely to get caught in the splash at least. So even a near miss can help you out. Staunching boluses for bleed. There's something else here. Or not, huh? Thought I saw something. But we have this elevator. Which takes us back up to the tower. If you really cared, if you die here, that's what I have to kind of preface this with. If you die here, that is a good elevator. But if you're able to get to any other safe spot, it is effectively pointless. Somber Smithing Stone, good for uniques. We'll use a Stormsword key here. This is an important one. Because Iron Wet Blade lets you put more affinities on your weapon, or at least a wider variety. Misericord is, I believe, it's a dagger. And then that guy we fireballed earlier, right here. Certain death if you drop down, but you know, it's a Souls game. Every ledge has got like a 50-50 chance of being certain death. That's all the back area here. Oh wait, the room with the dogs. I forgot about this area. Grab that, because this area is important too. For that, Chrysalid's Memento. We need that, so we can go back to the shack over here and talk to the Heartbroken Maiden and give her the memento. Because that's also very important. But this is the path I wanted to take. I'm hitting this guy simply because I can. It's what he gets for standing there. And because there's loot here. It's not good loot, but it's good to clear everything out. If you want to, you can throw down against all these guys to get all the loot. It's a lot of miscellaneous stuff. But important spot is here. Fireball the rats because rats are evil. Fireproof liver. Use the stone sword key. Well, I guess you actually do only need 3 here. Swore you needed 4. And these 2 chests. These are important for faith builds early on. Godslayer's Seal, which we will actually switch out to right now. Slight boost to that, to the incantation scaling, that 1 point. And then this. The Godskin Prayer Book. The fact this is so early in the game still astounds me, because it's so good. You know, since we're here, let's go for it. We will get the other Site of Grace found. You know, no sense in not getting it. Exile Hood. Too bad you can't man the ballistas, but that would be pretty powerful. Alright, let's get these guys to get baited up here. Yeah, slight damage up. Push this lever, open the gate. And get that last Site of Grace discovered. simple garb, but nothing special. And that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.